For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ira Smith, President of Ira Smith Trustee and Receiver Inc. First of all, we hope that you and your family are safe, healthy, and secure during this COVID-19 pandemic. I wanted to let you know that Ira Smith Trustee and Receiver Inc. is fully operational. Both myself and Brandon Smith are available to answer any questions you might have and to meet with you either on the telephone or by video meeting. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to shoot us a message or give us a phone call. We would love to hear from you. Today's Brandon's blog is a result of a specific term that we've seen a lot of people finding our website have been searching for, and that is when our 2019 taxes due. We've written many blogs on Canada Revenue Agency and income tax issues as it relates to insolvency, and I'm sure that's why when people are searching, that's how they find our site. So Brandon thought that today he would do a specific blog on when 2019 income taxes are due, since people seem to be searching for that. So I hope you can watch until the end of the video. I know you will get value from it. Ira Smith Trustee and Receiver Inc. is a licensed insolvency trustee firm, and both myself and Brandon Smith are licensed insolvency trustees. We do not do income tax work. We do not provide income tax advice. So the information in this video and this Brandon's blog is not meant to be specific income tax advice for you, and it is not meant to replace the advice of your personal tax advisor. So if you have any questions about your particular situation, I recommend and urge you to speak with your normal income tax professional advisor. In a normal year, everyone's income tax return must be filed by April 30, other than if you're self-employed in a proprietorship or partnership, and then you have until June 15 to file your income tax return. But any amount owing, regardless of whether you're self-employed or not, is due by April 30th. Well, this is far from a normal year. Given all the turmoil because of the coronavirus pandemic, Canada Revenue Agency this year said that they're extending the date for filing until June 1, 2020. And if you're self-employed in a proprietorship or partnership, the June 15 date still holds for filing your tax return. So that has long passed. Then Canada Revenue Agency said you don't need to pay an amount owing until September 1st. And then in July of this year, they extended from September 1 to September 30th. So the short answer is the date for payment of your 2019 income tax owing is September 30th. Normally, if you don't file your return on time, there's penalty and interest tacked on. But this year, being an anomaly, it appears that as long as you file your tax return and pay the balance owing on or before September 30, there will not be any penalty or interest charged. So if you haven't already filed your tax return, there's still a chance that you won't have to pay any penalty or interest as long as you file and pay by September 30. Now, if you don't owe anything or you're entitled to a refund, you didn't necessarily have to file by June 1 or September 30. But you might as well get it out of the way if you don't owe anything, but you're not getting a refund. If you are getting a refund, I hope that you already filed, because a refund means during the 2019 year, you paid too much over to CRA. So it's your money they're holding on to. You want to get it back as quickly as possible. Why would you even file a tax return if you don't owe anything and you're not getting a refund? Well, maybe getting certain benefits or tax credits that is based off of your income tax information when you file every year. So if you haven't filed yet, the benefits credits you're getting is based off of your 2018 information. Well, CRA is going to want to make sure that the amounts that they're paying you for July, August, September is not an overpayment. So you should file your 2019 tax return anyways, so that you'll be able to present the most current information to CRA and thereby update the information, update the benefits and tax credits that you're entitled to. So now that we're getting close to September 30th, we're about 5 weeks away, I'm sure there are a lot of people that have calculated they have a 2019 income tax liability, but they do not have the money to pay because of everything that's gone on so far in 2020, and through no fault of their own, either couldn't work, lost their job, or are on a reduced income and do not have and will not have the money to pay their 2019 income tax liability on September 30th. So there's 4 possible things anyone in that position can do. The first, if you're able to, is borrow the funds needed in order to pay your 2019 income tax liability on time. If you can do that, it will be at a lesser rate of interest and you'll avoid penalties than letting Canada Revenue Agency be your lender by not paying. And that can't go on for too long, because eventually it will get to someone in collections once they're all back and working, and they will assess the penalties and the interest. The second way that you can deal with it is be proactive. Get ahead of it. Contact Canada Revenue Agency, let them know you're having these issues, let them assign it to a collector, and get into a payment plan. CRA will accept a series of post-dated checks in order to allow you to pay off your tax liability over time. They will charge interest, but at least you're getting ahead of it, you're proactive, and you're not going to be subject to CRA collection procedures. What can they do? They can garnish your bank account. They can garnish your wages. By garnishing your bank account, they will freeze your bank account. You won't be able to use it. And if you're self-employed in a proprietorship or partnership, they will go to everyone they can find that owes money to you, your business, and they will third party those people and demand that those people, instead of paying you, pay Canada Revenue Agency. And that will be very embarrassing and very devastating to your business. And CRA can do all of this without going to court. They do not need to go to court to do this. And by garnishing wages, by garnishing bank accounts, by garnishing third-party payments, they create havoc. They stop you from being able to lead a normal life, and they will disrupt everything in your life totally. You do not want that. You want to get ahead of it. So those are 2 ways that you can deal with your situation if you do not have the money to pay your 2019 income tax liability. The next two ways involve an insolvency proceeding. If the first two ways just don't work for you, then you should look at first filing a consumer proposal, or worst case, filing for bankruptcy. In either case, you are stopping the clock and stopping Canada Revenue Agency from being able to garnish bank account, wages, or make third-party demands. Then you will be working through your debt situation and coming out the other end discharged from most, if not all, of your debts and being able to move forward. Consumer proposal, think of it as debt consolidation. You're taking all of your debts, you're agreeing to pay an amount less than 100%, probably something in the 25% range. And if you perform, if you make all the payments you promised to make, then you've discharged all of your debt for less than the full amount owing. Bankruptcy, the same thing, just different format and a few more severe restrictions on you. Down below in the blog is all the details about the differences between a consumer proposal and bankruptcy. If you believe one of those two alternatives may be for you, then please give us a phone call. Over the phone, over video meeting, we will go through all the issues with you, and we will with you come to a conclusion as to which is the best method for you to wipe out your debt. We will be happy to do that. There is no charge to do that. So I hope you found this video informative. Please read the Brandon's blog below. There's more detailed information in there. Again, the Ira Smith team is open and fully servicing everyone, and both myself and Brandon Smith are available to meet with you on the telephone or video meeting. Feel free to give us a shout, shoot us a message, give us a phone call. We would love to hear from you. In the meantime, we hope that you and your family stay safe, healthy, and secure.